Welcome everybody to this little blueprint starter special. Just want to start off with this one. Actually, I've already posted this once, but I made a slight change to this, and it's really this center belt here. I've just moved it up to a Mark III because, like I've done in my safe here, I've connected some together, so having a Mark III belt makes more sense. So I'm going to upload this as well, so feel free to use it. Right, the first one I'm going to go through is this foundry. So we've got here 120 per minute coal and 120 minute iron ingots to make a steel ingots. Now both inputs will be there. Now I do have to mention though that this does actually utilize an alt recipe. So let's have a look at that. So currently it's using the alternate solid steel ingot, and this it's taking iron ingots and coal to make a lot more steel ingots. Now the ingots are definitely better than the actual basic one, so the alt recipe is definitely better. You get a lot more, so try and look out for that if you can. So what we're going to do with all this, well, we're going to make some beams and pipes, generally speaking. So for 240 steel ingots, so that's one of those foundries we went through before, we get 40 pipes and 45 beams. So here's your input up there at the top, and your pipes and beams are separated into two bins there. So here we got on this side, we got our steel beams, 15 per minute. Like so, and then across the way there, we've got our pipes. So, yeah, you've got our pipes and beams. At the end of the day, they're the crutch when you're into this, when you start in the mid-level. So what else have we got up here for you? Next one is a quartz factory. Hugely important. 240 per minute pure quartz for 90 crystal and 150 silica per minute. So, but we do have a smart splitter here as well for the output. I'll show you that in a second. But here's the smart splitter here. So it just sorts the silica and the quartz crystal because they're all coming out on one belt effectively. But let's see what I better show you where we're coming from. So we come here at the top end, so that up there, the 3 dots, which shows you the income there. So that's where the quartz will come in to make your stuff. So let's have a look at the top. Here we can go up to the next level, just a little sort of walkway between. It just shows you we've got 8 constructors here. And basically, just to make the math easier for splitting up, they're basically one's quartz and one's silica repeated all around this blueprint. So, nice and tidy. What have we got for you next? So, let's look at, well, plates and rods. I mean, let's face it, you're going to be dropping quite a few of these down, usually for other recipes, but you got 240 iron ingots for 120 iron plates and 60 iron rods per minute. So all goes in here. That's where your iron ingots go. And then this is to feed the rods. We've got 2 levels basically here. So the first level here is all our plates, which is 20 per constructor. A grand total of 120. And they'll come out of this into the storage here, and the rods will come out from these constructors here. So you got, well, 60 rods coming into that storage unit there. nice and quick. These are a great starter one. They're pretty minimal build as well. Let's have a look what we got next. So we got the Rip Factory, the reinforced iron plate, and only 120 ingots to create 10 reinforced iron plates. But it does need the cast screw recipe. Sorry folks, if you've not found that yet, you need to find it. It's the best alternate recipe, you know, in the whole bag. You just need cast screws. Get them hard drives in, folks, and get cast screws for sure. So what happens here, your input comes in here. It gets split from the 120 to 60 either side. 60 goes into this one. Oh, sorry, it gets split into that, sorry, into 30. So 30 goes in that other side. And this is where you get in the 30s. It only needs so many sort of ingots. Very, very few ingots it needs. So 30 in all to get 120. I've got this sort of underclocked to get the 20. And if you look at the actual screw one without the cast screw, it's just very difficult to make a blueprint, you know, workable without cast screw. You know, the numbers are far, far better. So we got three cast screws here, two sort of, well, not clocked at all, to give you 120. And we got our plates over here, which is 20, 20, 20, to give us a total of 60. And that gets split up between these two assemblers up here for our IPs. And all into this bucket that I'm stood on. So, again, you could change this with power shards at the end of the day, but I'm trying to cut down the amount of stuff I'm using. Power shards in the early game might be a bit hard to come by. So there you go. That's our IPs. And after that, if I get into the right menu, load a blueprint, we should be into rotors now. So there it is. So this rotor factory, again, small, 50 iron ingots, 40 copper ingots to create 10 rotors. But for this, we need two alt recipes, the cast screw, and we need the copper rotor recipe. So again, you know, it is what it is. This is where the copper will go in to feed those two constructors. And then the iron ingots go into here to feed the 4 constructors there. And here we are. So we got the 4 constructors at this end, which gives us our screws, obviously. So again, using the cast screw. Otherwise, it'd be very difficult to do this. And then the copper sheets over here. And that's all being fed upstairs to our single assembler. Now, this copper rotor, it throws out 1125 if it's not thing, but I underclocked it slightly just to make the math a little easier. So the copper sheet's only 20 it needs, etc. So it's down to like 10 per minute, which is good enough. And just to give you the you know, what you would need to get normally, it makes it a little bit more awkward when it comes down to the numbers. So I think this one is much better. So yeah, it's 2 sort of alternative recipes you need there. Well, 3 if you include the steel one as well. But they are worth getting hold of. Right, all that's done now. So now we go into the smelters. So obviously we've got the iron and copper, which is similar. So it's just a different ingot. So basically we're coming into this side here. So that's where you'll come in with your iron and copper if it's the copper one. And here is a space. So we're only a 3 wide blueprint here, and you can bang your miner right at the side there. So it butts right up to the blueprint. quite handy, I thought. And again, we've just got the list of the row of smelters here, all nicely contained in a 3x4 blueprint. Obviously, we're going to have the copper, which is going to be exactly the same as the iron, so I'm not going to go through that again in great detail. There's no difference really, to be honest. But this one I'm going to have to go into a little bit of detail because this is Caterium. So Caterium has smelters as well, you know, similar process. You know, same amount, 8 smelters, input comes in here. But if we look at the input, it requires 270 per minute. So that means you're going to have to overclock your miner to get 270 for 90 Caterium ingots. Now, 270, by the way, is the maximum of a Mark III belt. So it's just one power shard. And then just clock it to 270 output. So the reason is it's 45 in, 15 out. So, and there's, you know, 8 of them. No, 8 of them, 6 of them, sorry. Okay. The smelter we've already got, so the last but by no means least, so we've got 10 blueprints here for you, 11 if we include the redoing, I guess, the rebuild of the coal one. So yeah, so 10 handy starter ones, and this one, you know, is your bread and butter. Again, it needs a 270 limestone, so you're going to have to power shard this up to get the full effect. If you don't, you'll just get less. In this case, you can come in any side here, so it's all fed from the top. So I've left it where it's a merger. So basically, you can go any side here. You can bring in your limestone for your miner, you know. But it is only a 3 wide again, so you can butt up your miner right next to it. And again, this just goes up to the 8 constructors again, 45 aside, 45 for each one, sorry. So that's why it all adds up to, just like the smelter, it adds up to 270. So that's it, folks. Wanted to get these out. I have been a bit delayed on getting I've been sort of delving into the game quite a bit as well. So it is, you know, my next episode 6 will be coming out soon, the next day or two probably. But until then, I wanted to drop these for you now. You can find all these blueprints. The link will be in the description. Hope you all have fun. Bye everybody.